Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new to this channel, it's so nice seeing you for the first time, and if you are a returning subscriber, karibu tena.
If you're down, I could take you on a cruise. If you're down, I might put an ass on snooze. If you're down, maybe we could break the rules. If you're down, just let me know, yeah.
So it's been a minute, and first of all, I just want to say thank you so much for your support on my previous video, and I appreciate you guys so much. On today's video, we are going to get ready with me as we talk about my life lessons. So first, let me hold my hair up. I just did this install right now, and I like it. So yeah, let's get into it, man. Okay, so my skin, I do my skincare more often, and as you can see, I kind of have an oily skin, and with an oily skin, okay, generally with makeup you just have to do the proper skin prep to have great makeup. So for me, I have a oily skin, so I'm going to be using matte products, and most of the times I sweat on the T-zone. It's always too oily on the T-zone, so I'll be using matte products to achieve what I'm looking for. Okay, and I realized when I use a moisturizer it makes me sweat too much, so today I'm just be going with a toner and my matte primer, and we can get started. It's really been a long time since I sat down and did a video while I'm talking, but we got this. So I'm going to be using the Super Glow Cucumber Toner. Okay, so I'll put on the primer when I'm already done with doing my eyes. So let's go. Now, let me give you a small history of why I came to fall in love with makeup. Now, me falling in love with makeup wasn't because of insecurity or anything. I used to have a cousin. She used to have, like, what do we call it? Pond's, I think so, powder or something. Yeah, she used to have that. It was called rose leaf. It had like eyeshadows at the bottom and then 2 layers of powder or whatever that was. And she really knew at that period of time. She's a millennial. At that period of in time, that was really like so cool, you know. And then she knew how to. She's a light skin, and she knew how to do things that match with her face and all. And I was always dying with curiosity. And I know one time I tried using her things, and she was so furious, man. She was so furious. She talked so rudely to me. We don't get along, by the way, but anyway, life is just life. Yeah. Because so me looking at that and her being mean about those things, I was just like, one day I'm gonna have my own things and I'm going to pursue beauty. And even when I was in high school, I used to admire those girls that would allow themselves to come to school with beauty products and then, you know, like just slay, do lip gloss. Like lip gloss was normal. I was just doing a rimness on my lips, and then these ones, they're coming, they have lip glosses, they have black eye pencils, they're lining the lips, and I was just like, well, I don't know what I would look with makeup, but definitely when I grow up, when I become big and I can buy my own things, I really want to see how I will look with makeup. And with that urge and that passion, that's how my, you know, the passion for being a makeup artist came to life. And let me tell you, sometimes it takes time for things to work out, because I know I always wanted to be a makeup artist. I wanted to have product knowledge. I wanted to do makeup on people and make people feel so nice, like I really did. But there were just so many obstacles, or maybe there are people who were in my life then, they were the obstacles. And do you realize that sometimes when certain people walk out of your life, be it friendship, family, relationship, things just became different. And that's how things for me changed. And I ended up going to makeup school. And now I'm a professional makeup artist, and you can book me, by the way. Anyway, so let's talk life lessons, right? Are you guys ready to talk about that, or should I wait? Anyway, let's talk life lessons. If there's someone who has seen it in this world with my 24 years, it's me. I've had it. I've had it the hard way, I've had it the easy way. And one thing I can say for sure is I wouldn't have made it this far without God. Because with God as the center of everything, life kind of just becomes a little bit easy. It doesn't become easy totally, but it becomes a little bit easy. And I learned to center God in everything that I do, because if I was to depend on my own understanding, I would definitely not be here, because I was in a season of my life that really put a blow on me, like ilinitandika ile proper, and I was giving up, literally. Nilikuwa najiambia sasa, what's the point? Like I've tried, and what's just the point? Like, what is the reason? And then it's like sometimes when you're giving up, that's when God shows up. Like when you're at the verge of losing it, hapo ndo Mungu jitokeza. Well, if you knew me from years back, I had a life. If you looked at it from the outside, it was a beautiful life. But the truth is, it had so many underlying factors. Now let me tell you the thing about life. Whatever you see here on social media is just what someone has decided to show you. But the reality of what is really happening is way different from what they show you, you know. So yeah, I would have probably given you a picture perfect kind of life, but it wasn't. Trust me, it was full of chaos. It was full of anger. It was full of heart. But sometimes God just puts you through things so that you can learn your place. And I'm not even afraid to admit that at some point I was the problem. Like I have been a problem in some situations, and I can't say I was perfect, you know. But there are things that happen to you that you tell yourself, I didn't deserve it. But when you look back at it, there were signs. Like I came to believe that God will put you through a situation that will hurt you over and over and over and over until you realize this is not where I'm supposed to be. I went through the darkest times of my life, and at that particular point, I learned a lot of things about friendship. Because when you're having the hardest times of your life, that is when a lot of things reveal themselves, especially when it just so happens that you might have been the villain, or you might have been wrong, you know. A lot of people stay with you and sit with you and wait for you to do something wrong so that they can use against you. They're always ready. It's like, let's say when a celebrity is performing somewhere, and like people, yes, they come to watch the celebrity, but the cameras are always on, either to capture a good moment or to capture them doing something nasty. That's how, like, that's something my season, that season that I was in, taught me. It's one of the life lessons, and I don't hold it against anyone. Like, it's free will. Hii dunia kila mtu ako na choice ya kufanya venye anataka, sio? Hata mimi niko na choice ya kufanya venye nataka, sio? And I came to understand that most people wait for your bad season so they can have something to talk about, something to go on and on about, which is okay, because as human beings, we thrive in, mostly, I would say, not all females, but most females, we thrive in gossiping. I have been there and I've seen what gossip can do, because right now I'll sit with you here and say, this one say this and this. Now, I realized that we as female mostly we thrive in gossiping. And the thing that people don't understand, kuongelelea mtu and then they find out and it's all negative and it's hurting them, it really hurts them to an extent that some people might really want to like take their lives, you know, because like you're like, oh my god, I can't deal with it, so if I'm just gone, no one will talk about me. Okay, now if you take your life, they will definitely stop talking about you. But at what cost? What about the people that love you, your family, your friends, the one that really, really love you? You will leave them with a heart they will never be able to explain to anybody, right? And that is not cool. So here in that season of my life where the friends that I considered my family and you know my everything turned against me and you know made it their business to make sure that I go down. Now here's the thing about me. When you try to pull me down and make me feel like I can't do it, now that's when I'll show you I'll definitely do it. Trust me, I don't give up that easily. I might disappear, I might hide for a while, but I promise you I will come back. Where I come from, giving up is cancelled. Like literally, we are not allowed to give up. Go for friends who come looking for you when you're in trouble. They don't let you sink. They come looking for you because at the end of the day, those are your people. And as much as those people do that for you, make sure you are also there to do the same for them. Another thing I learned is family won't always be there on your good days, but during your bad days, you can always fall back to family. As much as you may not see eye to eye with them, no matter how miserable they make your life, always try to find a footing and keep them close to you. So there's this quote that says, the covenant of the blood is thicker than the water of the womb. That is basically like saying blood is thicker than water. That is where that saying came from. And I know we can be able to create bonds with other people and family, but at the end of the day, they will still be your people. But I'm not encouraging you just because a space is toxic for you or bad for you. You don't have to see eye to eye all the time. Sometimes it just have to be, it can just be, hi, you're good, you know. Yeah, that's just that. Now, no one, and I mean no one, is coming to save you. You only have you and you to save yourself. Just like having a friend teach you swimming. No, I have a perfect example of that. Laura, or in the other name, let me call her Sissy. She's like my sister. And I can honestly say, when I was going through the roughest patches of my life, she was the constant. And the thing about Laura is she respects when you ask for space. Oh, my eyebrows are done. Yeah, and you should see it on the mirror. It looks really nice. No one is coming to save you but you. You will have people to hold your hand and to tell you it's going to be okay. But at the end of the day, it takes you to pick yourself up from the gutters and show yourself that you're deserving of these new chances. You're deserving of having a good life. You're deserving of healing. You're deserving of having peace, you know. Here's another harsh truth that life taught me. People will believe anything about you as long as it's bad. And when they believe that bad thing about you, it's going to be so hard to change their mind. Now, it's not your business to change their mind because that's up to them. They've already believed what they wanted to, and let me tell you, that is their business. It's not up to you to try and make everybody see your side or understand your perspective or change their perspective about you. And I keep telling myself, as a retired people pleaser, I used to have the urge to like prove a point, say it wasn't like that, it wasn't like this. And then I came to realize most people who pretend to love you, they They just haven't found the perfect chance to show you how meaningless you are to them. And when the perfect opportunity comes, people never fail to drop you like hot coal. And you will figure out that most of your friends do not even leave alone love you. They do not even like you. I don't know if you've seen the way I've been going to with my products. Now, let me tell you something. I have this Wishful Eye Touch Become Angels powder palette. I know, eyeshadow palette. And I'll tell you for real, it's my favorite. It has the perfect, when I say perfect, I mean perfect pigmentation. And when I'm doing my makeup, I've learned to do it simultaneously, because if I do one eye and leave the other one, most of the time they don't look alike. And don't you just hate it when they don't look alike? Something else that life has taught me over the years is that sometimes you just have to do it. Sometimes you just have to do it. You have to quit that job, you have to cut off that friend, you have to stop talking to that family member, you have, like, I don't know how I'm going to put it, but sometimes you just have to do it. You have to practice that skill, you have to chase that dream, you have to send that CV, you have to, because let me tell you something about life and the fear of God is you don't know in whose hands that particular thing you're afraid of doing will land you into. Now, let's say you're looking for a job, or you've been looking for a job and you've been scared to try. So the thing is, I'd rather you try, you fail, than not try at all. So if you don't learn something after failing, then you're just a disappointment to yourself mostly, not to other people, because trust me, people don't care whether you win or fail. Actually, they care when you fail, because now you will have given them something to talk about. So do not be afraid to try, and no matter how many times you fail, there's always a chance to get back up and do even way better than you did. And as Millie said, good girls don't get the corner office, but don't go being a villain or wild, okay? As a female, there is one thing in this world that might or can or will destroy you. Nothing, let me tell you, nothing like anger can make a woman a vile person. An angry woman is a wicked woman. And out of experience, I'm speaking this because anger can make you do crazy things. And no matter how many times someone provokes you, I think you have to learn to not be too angry. Sometimes when you get so angry, it's okay to like get up, take a walk, breathe, and remind yourself, this is not how a growing woman or a woman who is trying to make changes behaves. Sometimes we don't even think about that. We just get so angry, and I understand people can make you really, really mad. And as many times a situation happens, you end up in a position where you have to sit down and ask yourself, why am I doing this? If I do this, what will happen in the end? How hard will I end up being? How hard will the other person be? How much with the words that come out of my mouth out of anger will cause harm to the other person, or to me, or to an opportunity, or to whatever it is in that particular situation. And when you learn to ask your mind to stop and think first before making a choice, then you become better. So as a woman, just learn to control your anger. This just doesn't apply to women, it applies to everybody. Well, I was doing my eyeliner and I couldn't keep talking when I'm trying to draw that. Now I don't know what I've drawn, but that's just what I came up with. Yeah. So I'm like done. Just let's set it. And the last thing, as a woman, never forget God. Even when things get better, when things are good, when things are nice, do not forget God. Make God the center of everything that you do, like literally. Mungu mbele siku zote. So guys, we've come to the end of the video. this is the end results. This is how I look. And thank you so much for watching this video. I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, share, and turn on your post notification bell. Until next time, bye bye.